Gather round, let's do some Mushoku Tensei. This is season 2, episode 10. And last time we got some exposition, but not bad exposition, good exposition. Interesting exposition, but exposition nonetheless, as we met the masked girl, Sometimes the word masked is difficult to say because there's some weird consonants together. Masked. Okay, anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. We met the masked girl, and she is also someone from our world, from Earth. She basically was like, hey, you know that big mana explosion? It might have been caused by me being teleported here, or summoned here, but I'm not quite sure. It's all very interesting and curious, but we're still waiting for Fitz / Sylphie to reveal herself to Rudy. We've been waiting the whole season, and I mean, look, realistically, I think it's gonna be at the end of this core. It might be, I think it's gonna be at the end of this core. But it might be at the end of the season. I don't think it would be later than that. I don't think they'd stretch it out for the whole series. But the end of this core sounds about right for me. So we probably still have a couple more episodes until it happens. But anyway, I'm going to keep rooting for it. I'm going to excitedly watch every scene that they're in and hope it happens. I hope you guys are enjoying these reactions. And if you are, I do hope that you support me as best you can. I'm a small channel, so every little bit counts. I love reading your comments. I love seeing the likes and subscriptions because they really help out the channel, help it grow, help other people be able to find the channel. So if you could, just make sure to support it as best you can. Leave your comments on like what's going on in the show, what you think of my reactions, stuff like that. I love reading those, and they also help out the video, so please do that. If you want to watch the full-length version of the reaction, as well as a bunch of other content, in the description below on my Patreon account. It is definitely cool going over there. A lot of cool stuff over there, so go check that out. But anyway, let's jump into season 2, episode 10 of Mushoku Tensei. Here we go. He's not in a relationship. Yeah, because he doesn't know you're here. He would not just be waving you, he'd be hugging you and maybe kissing, depending on what you want. They do, but it's not like a romantic thing. Help my boy get over his ED. Oh, I understand. I can't blame her because I get it. She's so cute. Badigadi's here. Wow, he's wingmanning him. Oh, yep. Good person to ask, honestly. Well, maybe not. He's probably never experienced anything like that. He's probably got 8 dicks and they're all harder than ever. Okay. Glad these two are still talking to him so much. I like those two. What if you transferred the curse to Eris's underwear? Good attitude to have. Oh my god, are all those beers for you, or are you sharing them around? Oh no, don't feed her. Don't give her alcohol. Oh, wait. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, cool. That makes sense. That's cool. Oh, did you summon that feather?
成功したんですか？
いいえ、失
Oh,
敗。
did you try to summon a bird?
彼女は何千万通りの魔法陣のパターンから
私たちの世界から人間を召喚するための。
So you're actually trying to
前
summon a
の前の
person.
前段階の理論のための実験ね。
人間を召喚って同じことをしたら
Yeah.
またあの災害が起きるんじゃ
That's what
な
I
い
was
ですか？
about to ask.
実験に失敗はつきものなんて言葉もありますので、
Yeah,
あまり
but
軽く考えないでください。
yeah, it's a
だから
massive
こうして足場固めからやっ
disaster
て
you
いる
could
んでしょ。
cause.
くれくれはみっともないか。
そんなに知りたければ自分で調べなさい。
ジュリに魔術の授業を行う。
She's getting good.
前ですね。
ぎこちなさが残っている。
ここが
長い目で見ていく必要があるだろう。
Oh. I hope they're treating her well, though. Like, I hope she's able to do stuff she really enjoys as well.
図書館に行くフィッツ先輩とはあまり会わなくなっちゃったな。
No, you gotta
ある日、一通の手紙が届い
get
た。
that confession out of her.
懐かしきステップとリーダーのリーダーだ。
I barely remember
何
that.
何？
それにしても泥沼、本当に久しぶりだよな。
Right.
いつぶりですか
Forgot
ね。
his name was
お前
Soda.
がこんな格好してるとそこらのルーキーにしか見えないぜ。お前が荷物を持つ？バカか。
I thought they were talking about a season 1
はぐれ
character.
竜の時もそうでしたね。
お前みたいなビッチが恋人って何の
Normally I'd be like, oh my god,
今
dude,
まで
but
私を
she
本気で
doesn't
痛め
mind
た
being
男
called a
が
slut,
現
I
れ
don't
なかっ
think.
ただけですわ。
また今度頼むわ。
ええ、また誘ってください。
Aw. They left on good terms, so it's nice to see them catch up.
どうします？エリナリーゼさんたちも初心者が一緒ならあんまり厳しいところには行かないよう気をつけてくださいよ。
I hope that's not an ominous warning.
だよせ。
Oh, cool. Hey,
二人で
Fitz.
ここにいていいんだろうか。王女様の護衛はどうしたんだ。
Maybe she's just nearby.
挨拶だけはしておくとしようか。
お前、ルーデウス。
相変わらず
Aw,
俺のこと
look
が
how
好きでは
nervous
ない
Fitz
らしい。
looks.
なんというか物腰？
どうした
あ
こんなところで
don't-
何の用だ
Cock
何かま
block,
ずいところ
kinda?
に出くわしたのだろうか。ルークは実は男もいける口で、フィッツ先輩とはナウイ息子でレスリングな仲とか。
Oh my god, what the
見かけ
fuck?
たので声だけでも彼女を
Trendy wrestling?
外面だけは平静を装えたと思うが、内心ではガツ
Yeah,
ン
it
ときていた。
kinda would.
フィッツ先輩に避けられた。何も考えら
Like
れ
you,
ない
you
ぐらい
two
の
were
ダ
so
メージだ。
close, and then suddenly, out of nowhere, Fitz stopped talking to you. I imagine that would sting a lot.
あれ？
Oh, oh.
ルーデウス君、なん
Okay,
だか久しぶりだね。
alright, they're
いつも通
talking
りだ。
again.
さっきはどうして無視したんですか？
Oh.
僕の声は子供っぽいから舐められるし、人前で
Oh.
は
アリエル王女の姿は見えませんでしたが。
近くのお店にいたんだよ。
Yeah, I thought she would have been
護衛は
nearby.
僕らだけじゃないからね。
申し訳ありませんでした。
うんうん。
That's gonna be a bit
いいんだよ。
relieving for him
僕
though.
の方こそ相手できなくてごめんね。
アリエル王女がフィッツ先輩に化けていたのだ。 さっき避けられたのは嫌われたからではないはずだ。そうだ、そうに違いない。
Ah.
俺、
僕が君を嫌いになるわけないじゃないか。
Man, I just want them to talk about who they really are. I'm trying to be patient, but it's. Oh,
耳の裏をポリポリと書く
oh
動
my
作だ。
gosh.
この症状が何なのか知っている。
Mm hmm.
恋ってやつだ。
Oh my god. That's kind of big for him to admit that.
俺は男に恋しているのだ。
Hey,
いや、
ジーナス
I
先生、
mean, if that's the way you swing, then great.
本日はどうしましたか？
フィッツ先輩のことを聞きたくて。
Is he really a he? Is that what you're gonna ask?
彼らのことに関しては上から圧
You
力
just
が
have
か
to
かって
tell
ま
me
して
Fitz's gender.
そうなんですか。
I'm so
せ
attracted
め
to
て
him, he must be a
性別だけで
woman.
も教えてもらえませんか？
Yeah.
性別彼は男性です。
Damn it. Well, you don't have to be that
結
disappointed.
局わ
Like,
からなかった。
if you love him, you love him.
ジーナス教頭には告白でもするのだろうか。
せめて自家発電はし
Oh my god, you said that out loud.
何をしたいって？
Oh my god. That would have been embarrassing. Okay, he's not gonna get cured of his ED right here and now, is he?
ごめん。フィッツ先輩、やっぱり
Oh
女
shit.
だったんですね。
Oh shit.
フィッツ先輩は女だった。
Okay,
重要なことだ。
that's one thing he figured
そん
out.
なことより、
You're cured.
彼女には何度も助けられた。彼女が望むなら、
Look how satisfied he
できる
is.
限り男として扱おう。
あれ？
What? It's
どうや
gone.
らまだ完治には程遠いらしい。焦らずに行こうじゃないか。
Oh my god, what a weird show this is. I really enjoy this show, but sometimes you gotta like take a step back and be like, what the heck am I watching? You know, like it's such a strange idea to have this, like, to basically have this isekai, this fantasy story, this part of the story being about a guy's erectile dysfunction, you know? Like, I don't think, like, it's weird, but it's not like weird in a like, oh my god, this is so weird and bad and edgy and stupid. Like, it's weird, but it sort of works like really well for the story that they're telling. And it's like kind of used as a joke occasionally, but it's not the main, it's not like the storyline is treated 100% as a joke either. Like, it's still a serious problem, and it's like rooted in his own trauma and his own hang-ups, and so yeah, it's so strange. It's very weird. Like, I never know what to think about it while I'm watching it. But at least he made progress today. He got one up, you know, and it happened when he had a encounter with Sylphie and realized that Sylphie is a woman, which is, that's at least a huge step. So like, even though we didn't get the, you know, the confession on who they are and stuff today, like figuring out that she's a woman is a massive step in the right direction. She still denied it, so I guess we'll see how that plays out. But I think she can't deny it for too much longer. Although I hope we don't get a scene where where she's like, no, I am a man, and then he's like, okay, prove it. You know, like that. I feel like that's the sort of thing that the show would do, and it would be one of those scenes that I'm like, oh no, why does this have to be in this show? You know, but who knows? Maybe that'll happen. Maybe it won't. Yeah, as I've said, I feel bad for Sylphie because I get where she's coming from. I get where her fears are coming from, and she's not the most like worldly person, the most like the person she hasn't interacted with a whole lot of people, and Rudy is someone who's so important to her, so her fears are understandable. It's like she's put him up on this pedestal, and she's just worried she's gonna be let down if she like exposes herself the slightest little bit. So I get her fears, and then there's also like that's compiled with just the regular fears of being honest with the person you like, just in general, you know, like that's just a fear that a lot of people in the world, if not everyone, has. Like if you are someone who is attracted to people, you will probably feel somewhat nervous around them, just like from varying degrees. Some people it's only a little bit nervous, some people it's a fucking lot, you know, it's like so nervous that you find yourself unable to function. I think I'm somewhere in the middle. Maybe I think I'm on the lower end of nerves around someone I like, especially as I've gotten older. If there was anyone that I liked in the slightest, I feel like I'm not super nervous, but at the same time, I feel like I have this thing where when I do like someone, I also worry that I'm presenting myself as like, you know, the sort of person that I want to be. But also there's that worry that I'm not presenting myself as who I am. And so like there's some disconnect there. And I feel like that's kind of luckily related to Sylphie and Sylphie presenting as Fitz, you know, like does Rudy like Fitz or would Rudy like me? I have the same thing sometimes where I'm like, I'm presenting myself as this person. What if they like this person, but then they don't like me? If they get to know me properly, maybe they won't like me. They'll only like the person that I'm presenting as. Or the other way around. Sometimes I'm presenting as a certain person, but I'm thinking to myself, I think they'd like me more if I could just be myself. But I struggle to do that around people, you know? And by myself, I don't mean the me that is talking to you right now. Because the me that's talking to this camera right now is a presented version of myself. It is an exaggerated version of my personality. But I, can't really be myself on camera because while I'm talking like this, I kind of inherently present. I inherently, you know, entertain, play up my personality. But at the same time, I also don't want to because I don't think my real self is super entertaining on video, which my real self would probably just be me like doing this, you know, not talking very loudly or much, never looking up at all, and yeah, just talking like this, you know. But I don't think that's very entertaining. I don't think that's like great to watch on camera. So yeah, I just think in that way I get it with Sylphie. I relate to it. I understand. I think a lot of people would. And even people who would be watching this arc and be frustrated with her, I think they'd still understand. But yeah, anyway, I'm liking the way the story's going. I'm curious what's going to happen next episode. And also Julie was drinking. They gave Julie some, I think it was alcohol. I imagine Badigadi wasn't chugging apple juice. I think it was alcohol. But he did say like, classic dwarf or whatever. So like, and in fantasy worlds, generally dwarven culture is tied with drinking and rowdiness a lot of the time. So I imagine that might be the case here as well. Dwarven culture is a lot about drinking. So maybe from a younger age, it's accepted that dwarves drink in this world at a younger age. And also their bodies might be more prepared for it. Like we probably wouldn't do it. I mean, we shouldn't do it with kids, you know, in our world. And part of that is because of like they got brain that needs to develop and whatever, blah blah blah. But maybe dwarves are different. Maybe they like legitimately can handle alcohol way better, or even maybe it's good for dwarves. I don't know. Like I would feel like if they had a culture of drinking, and this is a fantasy world and they had a culture of drinking, it's not crazy to think that over time the dwarven body would be more and more accustomed to alcohol in such a way that it would evolve to need alcohol, or for alcohol to help a lot with certain things and not impair their brain activity. I don't know. So I don't know if that's the case with Julie, and I don't know if they'd ever go into that, or if the light novel ever went into it. I always feel like with stuff like that, that's something that the light novel might have done like a whole page on. Not that I've ever read it, or I really haven't read, I don't think I've read any light novel, like Japanese light novel before. I'm pretty sure I haven't, because it's not something that super interests me, you know. Like I'd rather read manga or something, but I do like the stories from it, so I like when they're adapted into anime. But yeah, so because of that, I don't really know if they would go into that in the light novel, but it feels like the kind of thing that you would. Like you have more time in there, you can go in depth on it a bit more, so maybe you would. When like it would kind of be weird in this anime if it was like she was drinking and then it stopped and went, by the way, dwarves, they're like this and they do this and their bodies are like this, you know. But that wouldn't feel out of place in a novel, I don't think. But yeah, anyway, I think that's all I want to talk about for this episode. So thank you so much for watching this video. This was season 2, episode 10. Support the video if you can. Liking, commenting, subscribing, all that stuff really helps me out. And go to my Patreon account in the description below. That will have the full-length reaction, as well as early access for videos, exclusive videos, the glory reactions. There's a VIP tier where you can request reactions. A whole lot of stuff over there for you to check out. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.